Namaste, dear students. Welcome back. So, today I'm here with one more illustration that is on issue of shares. So, today I'm starting illustration number 21. Illustration number 21 I'm going to start. Okay, so let us look into the problem which has been asked in May June 2014, University of Mysore. So the problem is Devika Company Limited issued a prospectus inviting applications for 40,000 shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of rupees 2 per share payable as follows. So on application rupees 3, on allotment rupees 5 which includes premium, on first call rupees 2, on second call rupees 2. Applications were received for 60,000 shares and allotment were made on Prorator to the applicants of 48,000 shares, 12,000 shares application money. Returned money overpaid on applications was employed on account of sum due on allotment. Mr. Arvind, to whom 800 shares were allotted, failed to pay the first call money, and on his subsequent failure to pay the second call, his shares were forfeited. Mr. Babu, the holder of 1,200 shares, failed to pay second and final call, and his subsequent failure, that is, his shares were forfeited after the final call. All these shares were reissued to Mr. Chandan, credited as fully paid for 9 rupees per share. Pass the necessary journal entries and give effect to the above and prepare the balance sheet of the company. See, this problem is very easiest and a direct problem, whatever he has asked. So, oversubscription case, that is 40,000 has been invited by the company, but public applied for 60,000 shares, and out of which we are keeping 48,000 shares for Prorator allotment, 12,000 share application money we are rejecting and we are refunding the same. So here there is a holder called Mr. Arvind. He is the holder of 800 shares. So failed to pay the first call money, and on his subsequent failure to pay the second call, his shares were forfeited. And Mr. Babu, holder of 1,200 shares, he also failed to pay the second call. So his share also forfeited. Okay, so this is the problem, and all these forfeited shares has been reissued. So this is a problem which will not require any kind of working note. Why? Because the failure it is in the level of first call and second and final call. So when a shareholder fails to pay this first and second and final call, so those shares, whatever the shares so unpaid, that has been forfeited after the second call. Okay, after the second call, all the shares forfeited and it has been reissued. So this may the small note, that is number of shares applied, number of shares subscribed, number of whether it is a oversubscription, under subscription, or what is the situation. Then at the same time you have to do a prorata allotment calculation. So after that immediately we are going to solve the solution part, that is journal entry part of this particular problem. So let us start the solution without any further delay. Dear students, so I'm starting with the solution part. Okay, so solution for illustration number 21. Solution 21. Okay, so first what we are supposed to do, First, what we are supposed to do? So we are supposed to calculate with a small working note, correct? So let us move towards that note. So what is that note is all about? So that is about number of shares issued. First we have to write number of shares issued by the company, that is nothing but offered to the general public. So how many shares has been offered to the general public by the company? So that is 40,000, correct? 40,000. So next is number of shares subscribed. Number of shares subscribed. Number of shares subscribed. Subscribed, how many shares has been subscribed? So how many shares has been subscribed? So subscribed is 60,000 shares, correct? So now deduct. So 20,000 has been applied by extra. So actually company invited for 40,000 but public applied for 60,000 shares, correct? That means 20,000 more number of shares has been applied by the public. So we call this as a over subscription. Over subscription. Okay. So now what are we going to do? So we are going to calculate the prorata allotment. So let us start prorata allotment. Prorata allotment. So in the problem they clearly said, that is they are keeping 48,000 share application money and 12,000 has been rejected. So how much they are keeping? 48,000 share application they are keeping. How much they are rejecting? 12,000. Put together how much? 60,000 shares. Clear? So out of this 48,000, 40,000 into how much is the application money? 3 rupees, correct? So 3, that is 1,20,000 to which account? Share application account. To share application account. That means we transfer to the capital, right, for that. So next is out of 48,000, 40,000 you deduct, left out is 8,000. 8,000 into 3. So 8,000 into 3 how much? 24,000. So write it down, 24,000. This is adjusted to where? Adjusted to allotment. Adjusted to allotment account. Okay, so next is this 12,000 into 3. So how much? 12,000 into 3. So that is going to be 36,000. 36,000. It is nothing but rejected and refunded. Rejected and refunded. So if you total, you should get 60,000 shares, whatever applied by the general public. So we are done with the working note part. So let us move to the further towards journal entry part. So there is no any further calculation because in previous problem we did working note. So when a shareholder fails to pay the allotment level, when a shareholder fails to pay money in the level of allotment, then you have to do all those working note. Since here in this problem, so he has failed to pay the. So here we are going to directly do the journal entry because we are done with the working entry. So whenever allotment level fail will be there, then only you have to do all those other working notes. Clear? So since here there is no any kind of allotment level failure of at the level of allotment, so you need not to write that working note, that is how much allotment money paid, how much adjusted and all. So we can directly go on solving the problem. Okay, so let us move towards the journal entry part. So let us open the journal entry table. So open journal entry table consisting of credit column, debit column, LF column, then date column. Okay, so just to keep it ready, the table. So start writing the heading of the table. So what is the heading? Journal entries in the books of Devika Company Limited. Journal entries in the books of Devika Company Limited. Okay. Fill the columns: date, particulars, LF, debit rupees, credit rupees. Journal entries in the books of Devika Company Limited. So date, particulars, LF, debit rupees, credit rupees. So this is the table. I am ready with the table. So now we are moving further towards the journal entry. Okay, so let us pass the journal entry now. Journal entry number 1. So first entry is always, yes, that's correct, bank account, debtor. 2. Which money we are receiving? Share application account, bank account debtor to share application account. So how many shares they have received the application money? On 60,000 shares. So what is the application value? That is 3 rupees on application. So 60,000 into 3, calculate how much it will come. 1,80,000. 1,80,000. So narration being share application money received, being share application money received. Okay, so next we are further moving towards the second journal entry. So second journal entry is always transfer entry of application money. So what is that entry is for? Share application account debtor. 2. How much for capital? You write down here, share capital account. Then 2. Share allotment, how much excess has been adjusted towards allotment account. Then 2. Bank account, to make a note about the rejection and refunds. So out of 60,000 shares at rupees 3 each, 1,80,000 rupees has been generated through issue of application, issue of share application. Okay, so now how much we are supposed to calculate or send it across to capital account? So 40,000, because company is issued a number of shares, that is 40,000 shares. So 40,000 into 3, so that comes to 1,20,000. Okay, then share allotment, on how many number of shares we have paid the money? So that is how much? 48,000 is said. So 40,000 is clear, left out is 8,000. Correct. So 8,000 into 3. So how much it will come to? 24,000. Perfect. Okay, 24,000 is the perfect answer. Then bank account, that is for rejection and refund. So how much rejection and refund has happened? It is 12,000 shares at rupees. Again, application money is 3. So 12,000 into 3, how much? 36,000 which has been rejected and refunded. So now write the narration being share application money transferred. Okay, so that's all. So we have transferred the application money. So then there is another note you have to continue. Excess is adjusted. Excess is adjusted against allotment against allotment, and the remaining rejected and refunded. So close the bracket. So we are done with the second entry. Now I'm moving to the third entry. So third entry is always first call due entry, correct? First call due. So that is allotment due entry. So write share allotment account debtor to share capital account Is this problem with premium or without premium? With premium, right? To security premium account. To security premium account. Okay. So are you all clear? Are you all with me? Yes, fine. So how much is on allotment which we are supposed to collect in this problem? He said 5 rupees, that including premium. So then how much is the premium? 2 rupees, correct? So share capital, right? 40,000 into 3. 40,000 into 3. So that is 1,20,000. So share allotment account is 40,000 into 5. So which is inclusive of premium. 40,000 into 5. So how much 40,000 into 5? So the amount comes to 2 lakh rupees. Correct? So 2 lakh rupees. Then for the capital 40,000 into 3, 1,20,000. Then for the premium 40,000 into 2, so that comes to 80,000 rupees. So now write the narration being share allotment money due. Being share allotment money due. Okay, so now we are done this. Fourth entry is a receive entry of allotment. Okay, so now write down bank account debtor to share allotment account. Bank account debtor to share allotment account. So actually how much we are supposed to receive including premium? 2 lakh rupees less how much we have already received through the application money, that is adjusted to allotment. How much? 24,000, correct? 24,000. So 2 lakh minus 24,000. So that comes to 1,76,000. 1,76,000. So write down 1,76,000. 1,76,000. Okay. So now write the narration being share allotment money received. Okay, so now fifth entry. Fifth entry is first call money due entry. So let us write pass the journal entry for first call money due. So pass the entry. What is the entry? Share first call account debtor to share capital account. So on how many shares? On 40,000 shares. What is the first call money? So first call money is 2 rupees. Correct. First call money is 2 rupees. So 40,000 into 2. How much? 80,000. 80,000 being share first call money due. Next is sixth entry, receive entry. Receive entry is always bank account debtor to share first call account. To share first call account. So, how much we have received out of 40,000 shares? In the problem, they clearly said that Mr. Arvind, to whom 800 shares were allotted, failed to pay the first call money. So, he is the 800 shareholder, Mr. Arvind. They did not pay first call money on 800 shares. So, then 39,200 shares at rupees 2 per share as a final call. So, now calculate 39,200 into 2. So, how much? 78,400. 78,400, 78,400, 78,400. Okay. So now write the narration being share first call money received. So done with the narration. Now second call due entry. Second call due entry. Okay. So write down share second and final call account debtor to share capital account. To share capital account. So that is obviously 40,000 into 2 is the share second and final call. So that comes to 80,000. 80,000. Okay. So now open the bracket and write being share second and final call money due. Okay. So next I am passing the eighth entry. Eighth entry is a receive entry. So bank account debtor to share second and final call account. Okay, bank account debtor to share second and final call account. So for second and final call account, how much they have not paid? So that is 40,000 minus 800. That is Mr. Arvind that did not pay the first call and is subsequent failure to the second call, and at the same time Mr. Babu. So he is the holder of how many shares? 1,200 shares failed to pay the second and final call. So now that is 1,200 deduct. 40,000 minus 800 minus 1,200. How much? So 40,000 minus 800 minus 1,200. That comes to 38,000. 38,000. Okay, so 38,000. So now calculate 38,000 into 2. 38,000 into 2, 76,000, 76,000. 76,000, 76,000. So now write the narration being share second and final call money received except on 2000 shares. Okay, so now this is also done with the 8th entry. So now let us pass the 9th journal entry. Okay, so that is forfeiture of shares. So now I am doing the 9th entry. 9th entry is for forfeiture entry. So forfeiture entry, write down share capital account debtor to forfeited shares account to, which are the calls they did not pay? First call account to first call account to second and final call account. Okay, so how many shares total? 800 shares held by Mr. Arvind and 1200 shares held by Mr. Babu. Okay, so that is 800 shares held by Arvind, 1200 shares held by Babu. Put together it is 2000 shares and face value of this share is rupees 10 each. Correct? So now calculate 2000 into 10. So that comes to how much? 20,000 rupees. So share capital account 20,000. Forfeited shares account, we literally don't know, so we have to calculate, right? So let us calculate that. Then first call, who has failed to pay first call money? That is 800. What is the amount of first call? 2 rupees, correct? So 800 into 2, 1600. Because only Mr. Arvind failed here. So in the second call, Arvind and Babu, both of them have failed. Correct? So that is 800 plus 1200. So put together how much? So that is 2000 into 2. So that comes to 4000 rupees. Correct? 2000 into 2, 4000. So now deduct 20,000 out of 20,000. They did not paid 1,600 on first call. They did not paid 4,000 rupees on second and final call. So they have paid 14,400 rupees. How much? 14,400. So encircle this and keep it ready for further calculation. Okay. So now we are done with the forfeiture entry. So let us write the narration being 2,000 shares were forfeited due to non-payment of call money. Okay, so now we are going to pass the 10th journal entry. So 10th journal entry is for reissue. So let us reissue bank account debtor, forfeited shares account debtor to share capital account. So total how many shares we have forfeited as per the above journal entries? So we have forfeited 2,000 shares. So at what price we are issuing reissue? These shares were reissued to Mr. Chandan. Creditors has fully paid for rupees 9. So 2,000 into 9. Calculate how much you got. 18,000 rupees. So how much then the loss for the company? Actual face value 10. we are reissuing at 9. So the loss is rupees 1. So 2000 into 1, 2000 rupees. So 2 share capital account, 18 plus 2, 20,000 rupees to share capital account. So whatever the forfeited share account comes, so you should encircle and keep it ready. Okay. So now write the narration being 2000 forfeited shares, 2000 forfeited shares has been reissued at rupees 9 each to Mr. Chandan. You can add or you can leave, so that is an option for you. So next is 11th entry, so that is for final profit transfer entry. Okay, so write down forfeited shares account debtor to capital reserve account. So now open the bracket and look at the first journal, that is 9th journal entry. How much amount has been transferred to the forfeited shares account? 14,400, right? So write 14,400 minus how much in this entry? Forfeited shares account debited 2,000 rupees. So minus 2,000. So the balance is 12,400. 12,400 being final profit on forfeiture has been transferred. Okay, so now we are done with the last journal entry. So now we are supposed to open a bank account, then we have to prepare the balance sheet. So without any further delay, shall we open a bank account? Are you all with me? Yes, so let us open a bank account. So open bank account. Again, you all know, right? Hardly 4 to 5 lines for bank account table is required. So accordingly, draw a table. As per the requirement. Yes, I'm ready with the table. So let us start. Bank account, so that is debit, credit, particulars, rupees, So first write to share application account. First journal entry amount, how much we have received from the general public, so that is 1,80,000. How? 60,000 into 3. Next, to share allotment account, share allotment account. So how much received on allotment? Look at the fourth journal entry, so that is 1,76,000 rupees. 1,76,000. So next, to share first call account. So how much on the first call? 78,400 rupees. 78,400. Then to share second and final call account, right? To share second and final call account. So how much? 76,000 rupees. 76,000 rupees. So next, to share capital account. So this is on reissue entry. So how much we have received against reissue? 18,000 rupees, correct? 18,000 rupees. Did we have any adjustment which we have refunded and rejected? Yes, application money has been rejected and refunded, correct? So which money? By application account. How much we have rejected and refunded? So if you look at the working note also, you are going to get an idea about that. Rejected and refunded 12,000 shares at rupees application money. So 12,000 shares into rupees 3. So 12,000 into 3 is 36,000 rupees. Correct? Or you can refer it to the second journal entry. How much rejected and refunded? Just copy it. So next is by balance carried down. So this figure is going to be a cash at bank. So now let us do the total part. How much? Total is 1,80,000 plus 1,76,000 plus 78,400 plus 76,000 plus 18,000. 5,28,400. So how much? 5,28,400. 5,28,400. So this is the total of your bank account. This is the total of your bank account. So now let us open a balance sheet. That is new balance sheet. So let us draw a table for new balance sheet. Yes, I am ready with the table. So let us start. New balance sheet as on that date. So next is liabilities, rupees, assets, rupees. So first liability side, number 1 is share capital. Underline this. Under that, since it is the only authorized, issued, subscribed, everything is that only. So let us write authorized, comma, issued, comma, subscribed, comma, called up, and paid up capital. Called up and paid up capital. So open the bracket and write. So what is the number of shares issued by the company? Invited application or prospectus for 40,000 share. What is the face value? 10 rupees. So 40,000 into 10, how much? 4 lakh rupees. Okay. So next is second main, reserves and surplus. Reserves and surplus. Reserves and surplus. So now look at the reserves and surplus part. Under that, number 1 is security premium. Security premium. How much security premium is? 40,000 into premium money 2 rupees. Correct? 40,000 into 2. So how much premium money? 80,000. So next is capital reserve account. Capital reserve account. So how much towards capital reserve? That is 14,400 minus 2,000. So that is 12,400. So you can refer the last journal entry for the same. Okay, so now total 4 lakh plus 84 lakh 80,000 plus 12,400. So that is 4 lakh 92,400 rupees. So I am writing the same 4 lakh 92,400 rupees. Okay, so now let us find the carried down figure, that is nothing but cash at bank in the balance sheet, sorry, balance sheet. So carried down of the bank account 5,28,400 minus 36,000, that is 4,92,400 rupees is in the bank. How much? 4,92,400. So now look at the balance sheet part. So how much we got the total? 4,92,400. 4,92,400. So in the asset side, so number one, write fixed assets. Do you have any fixed assets? No, right? Fixed assets nil. So second one, current assets. In current assets, yes, we always have only cash at bank. Cash at bank. So under that write down cash at bank. So how much cash at bank? 4,92,400. 4,92,400. 4,92,400. So if you total the same, you are going to get 4,92,400. 4,92,400. So balance sheet got tallied. So we are done with this problem. So hopefully you have understood. So nothing to understand. This is one of the basic problem. So which you have learned at the beginning of the lesson. Okay, so very shortly I'll be back with one more video. Until then, take care, see you soon, bye bye, and stay safe.